The consequences of climate change. This is extra information between two commas. Don't worry about it. The broad message is that the consequences of climate change threaten to exacerbate. In case you are not familiar with the word, exacerbate means to worsen. So threaten to worsen or exacerbate the global refugee crisis even more. Whenever you see such buzzwords, you have to be very careful. Comparison at work here. Even more severely than warfare. So you see, actions are involved here. A will exacerbate something even more than warfare. A verb is needed here, something like did or will. Otherwise, an action is being compared with a noun, warfare. So choice A can be eliminated. Similarly, all answer choices which do not have a verb after warfare should be eliminated. Warfare, will, or did, something like that is needed. So choice B can go. Answer choice C has a will, so this must stay. Choices D and E have a very different construction. Let's look at them carefully. So the broad construction is the consequences of something threaten to, in this case, threaten an exacerbation of. So one problem to begin with, threaten an exacerbation of is passive and wordy. And see, whenever there is an intent of action, the infinitive verb, the to plus verb form is the preferred usage. So to exacerbate would be the right usage. An exacerbation of has two problems. One, it is wordy and awkward, and two, it skips the usage of the infinitive verb. So that's another problem with choices D and E, two problems already. And then an exacerbation of something during the next 20 years, even more severe than warfare's. Warfare's what? It is not clear. And see, the comparison needs to be parallel. Consequences of A threaten to exacerbate something more severely than warfare will. This is parallel construction. Choice D is definitely not parallel in this even more severe than warfare's construction. Let's look at choice E. Threaten an exacerbation of the global refugee crisis even more severe than warfare's will. And in fact will be. Again, not parallel construction. So much wrong with answer choices D and E. These two are worst of the five. Answer choice B has this extra problem of avoiding the infinitive verb. So B can go for one more reason. Practically, A and C are two respectable choices, and answer choice A is clearly incorrect in skipping this very important word will, and therefore C is the only choice that can be correct. Let's still confirm it end to end once. The consequences of climate change threaten to exacerbate the global refugee crisis even more severely over the next 20 years than warfare will. One small compromise in the comparison here is that the consequence of climate change is being compared with warfare. However, come to think of it, the consequences of climate change threaten to exacerbate something more than warfare will. You say consequences of warfare will or warfare itself will, the effect in the meaning is the same, that consequences of climate change will exacerbate something more than warfare will. So this is acceptable. Answer choices which use something like warfare's, which may refer to warfare's consequences, are totally incorrect and off in their construction and comparison. So we have to live with the answer choices we have been dealt, and you will have such situation on the GMAT. You will have to choose the best among the given answer choices. So answer choice C, though not perfect, is clearly the best among the answer choices we have here. C is the correct answer choice.